Hello, everyone. We're here to talk kind of about the same topic again. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if I seem kind of negative about this. But I heard a story on NPR as I was driving home, and there was some doctor of economics on there. She was talking about how the unemployed deserve a large benefit. And I was just thinking the same thing that I always think. I mean, you can't benefit people for being not working. I mean, and then not benefit people who struggled to work a different job or who took a lower paying job to get by, because that's like reality. And this like guaranteed benefit when you have bad things happen is kind of fake. I mean, I think it's kind of funny too, right? There's this forced tax insurance called unemployment insurance, a forced tax on businesses. Sounds really bad, but in theory, it's supposed to be really good because that way, if you're unemployed, you get enough money. And even with this forced tax and all the overhead that that has, it's not good enough. How silly is that? Your taxes, insurance, and what did we say before? Insurance, and then the resulting lawsuit, or in this case, I guess the resulting demand for more, right? That's America, right? More. I deserve more. I demand more because I'm not doing, these businesses, I'm not open. I deserve you to pay me, print money, and just give it to me. I mean, I'm not saying that these people aren't struggling. I'm not saying the struggle is real. I live right next to Disney, and can these people find work? Not all of them. Some of them can, though. And, who's going to look for work if you're going to get even more money from the government for not working? Nobody. I stand by my original statement. The only thing you can do is you just give everybody a whole ton of money. People who need it can use it. People who owe can pay back. And people who don't owe or need it can spend it on fun stuff or save it. I mean, and were these people not able to save money to live a year? And were these businesses not able to make enough money to just give their employees extra? Like Disney? Like Disney is through the roof. Their stock just went higher than ever. They can't just pay their employees for another year? Why does this have to come from the government? The government. I mean, if this business, this amazing business is so strong and great, pay your people. I call for a boycott of Disney. Tell them, no way, you can pay your people. You got tons of money, oodles of money. Pay your people. Why does it always have to come down to the government and controlling money and currency and economics? And none of those things are going to fit into my utopian society. It's impossible. It's all garbage. It's slimy. It's disgusting, and it doesn't work. This doesn't work. So unemployment is supposedly a 6% tax on the first $7,000 the employer pays the employee, and the employer is the only person responsible for paying it. A forced insurance, or if you lose your job due to layoff, or I'm not sure what the other conditions would be, but then you would get this unemployment. And right now with COVID, they give the unemployment even if you were fired, even if you quit. They're giving this extreme bonus, or at least they did before. They sure did. I'm not sure if that'll happen again. But, I mean, but even, aside from all that, even just in the regular world, I mean, they're collecting a tax to pay for an insurance, and all this stuff just makes overhead. I mean, why can't people feel? You lose a job and you feel pain. A travesty hits a nation or the world and you feel pain. The economy feels it and goes into a recession because that's what happened. Why does everything have to be so fake? Or you pivot, you move, you make a choice, you move your house, you move to a place where there is a job you can have, you feel, and you live life. This is all just some opioid for the masses here. It's not religion anymore. I mean, my feelings about that too, but this is it. I mean, it's become like the same thing. So I don't know. I don't get this. You're saying you pay 6%, but then you receive 5.4% as a credit back. How silly is that, right? So they're saying it's basically worthless, and I mean, what's the point? What's the end game here, guys? I mean, so then well, on top of that, right, you can get your Aflac unemployment insurance, and that's who's going to buy Aflac unemployment insurance? Is somebody who's planning on quitting or planning on getting fired or planning on having cancer because they already know but they didn't make it public? I mean, who pays for these things? I mean, I could pay insurance for so many stupid things. I would be broke. And when they tried to tax me for not being able to afford health insurance back under Obama, what was that? Taxes and insurance. What a waste. You know, so my utopian society is going to move away from a lot of that. It's probably going to move away from money as it currently looks. We'd still have to have some kind of barter currency or something, but it's going to be real hard work and real life, and you're trading skill for skill and life. And we're going to feel ups and downs in my society because in utopia, I swear, even in my utopia, it's just going to be real. It's going to be life. Why can't you, if you can't experience utopia, if you can't experience heaven right here on earth, even with the ups and downs, if you can't find that, you're never going to find it. It's not just going to come someday, you know. So this has me pretty frustrated. And once again, I just want to say, just give everybody money. Just load it up. If you really want to stimulate, just load it up. But I guess in reality, what I'm saying is I don't think you should load it up. I think you should let people feel the reality of the situation. Why does everybody just want to be the hero? You know it's going to fall later. I mean, you can't prop this stuff up forever. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Let's have a little fun here. Let's check out the national debt clock. Is that what they call it? They call it a clock. $27, what do we got here? 100,000 million billion, 27 trillion. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Man. So when they gave out that last 2 trillion, did that just like automatically add on here? Or was that just like some weird like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter kind of a thing, right? Like, well, how come when they gave out the PPP, they couldn't be like, yeah, you do owe this back. We're going to keep you up for a year. You can pay it back 2 years later. Like, why wasn't that like part of the deal? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, if you want to help people out with like some interest-free loans or something because they're going to pay you back, that's great. But why would you just like hand out that money where a bunch of shrewd lawyers and accountants just stole it all? I don't understand it. This is really, I mean, I guess I'm trying to understand why they're so cautious. They gave out 2 trillion in the last one, is that right? And now they're giving out 1 trillion in this one. But I mean, is it even being added on to the debt, or are they just like running off bills and just handing them out and deflating U.S. currency, right? By having more money in the pool. It's like if you have 100 of something and all these people want it, you can sell it for as high as you want, right? Because you have really powerful something, right? Currency or whatever it is. You have 1 million of them and only 10 people want it, guess what? It's going to be worth like a penny because you got so many and nobody even wants it. You got to pay people to take it away, right? That's what can happen. So they're adding more dollars into the society, and you know, but people aren't making money. It's not adding up for me. Mm-mm. All right, that's enough for today.